Okay. Had a few issues there. I need to delete an icon because I have two channels actually next to each other in my StreamYard. And when I set these up, I can click because they look very similar, except for the gold ring. I can get mixed up. I've done that a couple of times now. I just need to delete the other one. The beast whale. Yeah. So you can hear me. If you would just confirm, please, the beast whale. Appreciate that. Yeah, I should have sound. My buddy, Paul Sachs, helped me after Saturday Spaces. Thank you. And he was like, hey, so jumped on the phone and ended up just hammering it and got knocked out. So audio issues are not cool. And then I've got file issues. Let me just, if you guys don't mind, just hold on one second as people come in. I kind of I want to get this. I have some new slides and I want, I want to, like the file was too big and it wouldn't, because I created new slides. And so when I downloaded it, the slide deck, it wouldn't let me upload it to StreamYard. And I think the slides are very valuable. So let me just delete some pages out of this thing, out of this slide deck that I know aren't. Oh yeah, man, I can delete a lot of stuff. So let me just delete some slides here, and that will make it smaller, a smaller file, and then I should be able to download it and upload it. So just bear with me. Another minute. I had so many slides, guys. Just getting a little crazy. So as people come in, just hit the like and sub. All right, I'm going for it. And I already have the other one loaded up into my StreamYard. I can pop it on my screen real quick. So let me get this one downloading. And then once it's downloaded, let me try to upload it. Okay, just bear with me, guys. And I'm playing music again. Can you guys hear the music? Let me know if you can hear the music, because you guys shouldn't be able to. When I streamed on Wednesday, you can hear the music. Pretty exciting times, guys. Pretty exciting times. Hey, man, MVS, good to see you. Let me see if okay, first I'm going to share screen because that's the most important thing. Then I got to be able to share screen. Give me a second. So, guys, Bitcoin's over 119,000 right now. We're going to take a look at that. It just caught my eye. No music. Okay. Well, that's actually a good thing. I get to listen to it. I just discovered that last week. I get to listen to music while I'm streaming, which is really nice. I listen to music pretty much all day when I'm in the office. It's crazy. It says, please choose a smaller file. The size limit is 50 megabytes. I've never even seen that before. Hey, Alpha Voxer. So I got a slide deck. It will work. The other slides they're really cool. They're really good, but we'll just do without it. It's fine. Alpha Voxer, good to see you, man. Handshakes all around. All right, guys, let's look at like what is going on, man. Good stuff. That's what's going on. Like it's so hot where I am right now. It's like almost 90 degrees outside, and so I got a window. It's got closed. I got the door open. No lights on, just because I want it cool in here. Yeah, it'd be hot. Dude, okay. Let me get me on Bitcoin. Are we gonna break 120 today? Are we gonna? I mean, is Bitcoin? Look at this. It's six green, 4 hourly candles. It's just up and to the right. Let's see. It's up and to the right since the 10th. In 3 days, it's up 9%, 9.3%. Yay, man! It's really awesome. Exciting times. Yeah. You know what I hear, and what I'm in a few different groups, is that the whales are keeping the ETH price low while they get get all their positions, and then over the next several weeks, things could get really interesting, as they say. William Digg and I agree. It could be good. And mind you, Richard Hart has postcards in like 5 shipping containers of not postcards, of mailing pieces that are going to be going out. And all of this is happening not by accident, but it's a coordinated effort to what? What? You can put it in the chat. What's the objective? What is the objective? You guys tell me. This is class. This is a pop quiz. We're 5 minutes into class, and you guys are getting a pop quiz. All right. Let's see who answers the pop quiz. Let's look at you at Ethereum. I bet Ethereum. I mean, it's always like a percentage or two ahead of Bitcoin. So, yeah, look at that. This was May, June, July. So we've got some ground to cover in July. It's the 13th. And then what else we got? We got PTDC. I'm a little shocked. It was at 38 this morning, and it dumped. It dumped. We give people a hard time for using that term. But honestly, look, what would you call that? If we call this a pump, this must be a dump. Okay, so somebody dumped, and then the ratio is back down to 12.2. All good. It's all good. We will recover. People are probably just scooping it up. UFO. Oh, I didn't even look at the. I looked at the ratio, but here's UFO. Let's look at it on the daily. Yeah, pulled back a little bit. How's it doing against Pulse? I'm not as impressed with UFO right now. I'm sorry, guys. I am just going back and forth. So on the daily versus WPLS daily, okay. And I want to look at PTBC on the daily versus WPLS. I bet it's more impressive. Yeah, I think so. Hey, Bert. Oh, you're Bert. Okay. So confirm for me, Bert, is that you that I talked to yesterday on the phone? Kurt. Let me know if you would. I had a conversation with this gentleman. Actually, lives somewhat near me, which is interesting. What else, guys? Okay, cool. Well, now I know. Appreciate that. So I haven't got my notes up. You guys know the drill around here. Kind of go live and then get situated. It's crazy. And I'm telling you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. If you spend all day on a computer like I do, like I've got 2 monitors and a computer, a keyboard, and a mouse, speakers. This is my distraction zone. I come here and this is like a candy store, It's also a work zone, honestly. But so getting ready for streams is like get ready for streams, like review my notes and stuff. No, I don't have it. We just go live and then we review and then we get set up. It doesn't happen all the time. It doesn't happen all the time. So we're 8 minutes into this thing. Let's not take all day with this. What we're going to do is present PTGC, and UFO on the pulse chain, and nobody answered my question, the pop quiz. Everybody failed. What is all this coordinated stuff happening for? I will answer that question. It's to pump pulse chain. All right. The stuff, the shipping containers loaded with stuff on pulse chain. All the Bitcoin moving around that we think is RH. What's that for? Probably to pump pulse chain. Everything that's going on right now. Get ready, boys and girls. In my opinion, this chain is about ready to go ballistic. PTDC for the win, says Hexy Trucker. I've seen you in here before. Yeah, man. If you guys hold PTDC and UFO, you hold the best assets on the chain. Why? Because you hold those two, and because those two are bonded with the best assets on the chain, you almost like own the best. You own the best. We own the best assets on the chain times 10 or something like that. I mean, how can you like articulate and quantify all that? Like we own, because we hold PTDC and or UFO, we hold X, Inc, Pulse, Pulsex, PDI, all these assets that PTGC and UFO are bonded with, we hold a piece of those. Just to give you some idea. And I always gotta try to remember that there might be some people from other chains over here listening in. And I gotta try to like put it across the plate very simply. And I'm not minimizing anybody. And if you have any questions, drop them in the chat. Drop them in the chat. Okay, so these two tickers are on Pulse Chain. They're an index, basically, of the best assets on the chain. To give you some idea, PTDC was launched in October 2023. By August 2024, it was 1-to-1 with Pulse. It had ran up against Pulse, where it was 1-to-1, and now it's 12-to-1. 12 Pulse per PTDC. That means PTDC is outperforming the layer one. Flawless operation for 20 plus months. Semi-doxed founder, thriving community. 2 of these things every single week. Sunday, Wednesday, 2 voice chats every week, 2 spaces every week. I mean, we got it going on in Gray's Currencies. We're outperforming everything on Pulse Chain. All these little ecosystems that have popped up. I wish I had. I should make a slide out of something I dropped in. I didn't drop it in. I passed it around to some private individuals. Some friends of mine on Friday, and it was. I don't want to use any token names because we don't bash. We don't need to bash other tokens and communities to win. Okay, they can bash us, and let them, have egg in their face after bashing us and talking that, and honestly, so. But just be careful. Be careful about other ecosystems. Always do your homework. Do they got burn liquidity? Is it contract renounced? Is the founder, does he have a good track record? What else? How's their liquidity? What's the tokenomics? Come check out PTDC and UFO. That's what you're here for. So you already did. So we're an index of the best tickers on the chain, Pulse Chain, which is going into its first cycle. It's a layer one fork of, it's like an exact duplicate copy of the Pulse network. So, not the Pulse network, the Ethereum network. So if you had assets on Ethereum prior to May 13th, 2023, I think that was the day that the fork happened, but the snapshot was taken a few days early. If you had assets on Ethereum, you got a duplicate copy on Pulse Chain right now. Founder is Richard Hart, and he's going to, in my opinion, he's going to send the chain. He wants to be the best in crypto. Watch the movie, watch the documentary, The Highest of Stakes. You will see him say that from his own mouth. And then, look him up on YouTube, listen to his streams, get to know Richard Hart. But after you get a position in PTDC and UFO, then you can go find out about Richard Hart, learn about the chain, go explore perhaps other opportunities. But they might not last. They might not be around for very much longer at all. PTDC and UFO. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to skip some stuff, guys. Let me get my slides. I'm kind of disappointed that my slide deck didn't upload. That's weird. Okay, I'm going to show you this slide. We're going to buzz through this today, guys. So here is PTDC and UFO and how they performed against the 4 core tickers: Hex, Pulse, PulseX, and Inc. See that performance? That is stellar. Like, if you guys want the slide deck, I will. Like, if you PM me on Telegram, hey K-Flow, good to see you. If you PM me on Telegram or Twitter, I will send you my slide deck if you want it. But if you want to just go ahead and take screenshots, you can do that too. So here's an image of these assets as an index token. PTDC, UFO, all the tokens that we are bonded with, but their thickest. Oh, I've got another slide. I've got a slide that I'm building, guys, that I got from Spaces yesterday. And I just remembered I was halfway building it, and I didn't get to finish yesterday. But it's gonna be a doozy, guys. Well, like, it's going to highlight the superpowers of each of these tokens and the alien tech that's built into them. Because each, and it turns out, I found the missing piece for UFO. Like each of them has like two pieces of alien tech and then one um, superpower. But the other one might have two superpowers and one alien tech, something like that. But anyhow, it ends up being like a perfect balance. I can't wait to finish this slide. Sorry, guys, that was commercial break. And then I got to be able to upload it. So, but anyhow, here's your index. And, so by holding one of these tokens or both, you hold all those other tokens. It's a beautiful thing. PTDC and UFO. Here they are. PTGC on the left. Here's how it works. 5% tax, fee, community fee, whatever you want to call it. You pay on every buy, sell, and transfer. Most, like 90+% of the LP is burnt. It's been around for 20 plus months. 12.5% of the supply is burned, and that will never end. There are 15,000 plus wallets. 2,650 wallets hold 1,000 more. What does that tell you? It shows you how early we are. UFO, 6% buy, sell, transfer, tax, fee. Sorry. We'd like to call it a fee. We soften it. The LP is user provided. As a matter of fact, that's the use case for UFO, is that you can pair your core, your RH tickers with UFO instead of just them sitting in your wallets, and you can earn rewards. It's been around for 14 months. 8% of the tokens have been burned so far. 6,000 wallets, 815 wallets hold $1,000 or more. All right. Here's how the fees are broken down. PTDC, that 5% fee, 2% goes to the DAO, 1% goes to holders, 1% to stakers, 0.5% buys and burns PTDC, 0.5% buys, it doesn't have to buy polls. It buys PTDC, pairs it with the poll, sends the PLP tokens to the burner address. And then UFO, 3% goes to LP providers, 1% to holders, 1% burns UFO, and 1% burns PTDC. Okay, does that make sense? If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. The tough part about this is making it relevant for people that are here all the time, like Kurt Gallagher. I think you've been in my stream quite a bit. K-Flow, the Beached Whale, all you regular guys. You guys got it going on. You guys are the multi-millionaires this cycle. I'm not even kidding. You guys that are plugged in and paying attention and active and just enthusiastic. And I'm telling you what, man, we got some good stuff coming. But that's not financial advice. Okay, Kurt, cool. Hey, man, I'm gonna talk to my wife about the dates that we're going down there. If you know what I'm talking about, you don't need to mention it, but I'm going to talk about like if we're going before the conference or after the conference, and then and I'll let you know. Okay. You guys need to understand one thing that separates PTDC and UFO from other tokens, and that is, and this is the first token to ever do this. PTDC was the first token to leverage the AMM bots. We can solve the token supply issue. How? Make it what do you call it? Deflationary. Just burn the tokens. But how do you solve the demand issue? That's tough. You're gonna be on Twitter all day. You're gonna be on YouTube. You're gonna be onboarding your neighbors and your friends and telling everybody else to onboard people. That works. However, there's only so many people, and that takes a lot of time. What if you could automate that? What if you could put something on autopilot and it does all the onboarding for you, all the supply, bring all the demand for you. That's what the geniuses, the grays from outer space. That's what they brought to Earth for us. It's called AMM bots. So you and I have to pay the 5% fee to buy, sell, and transfer, and also the 6% for UFO. But the AMM bots that balance the pairs, they also need to pay the 5% fee, and it goes to the same places, gets used for the same things. Nothing special when the AMM bots pay the fee. And the AMM bots they can't be shut off. You gotta have them. They never go to sleep. They never take a day off. You never have to pay taxes on them. It's just genius setup, guys. It's alien tech. All right, so bear with me. This is all free, so if you want to do it better, if you can do it better, I will help you. I will help you, and then you can do it. All right, so of the fee, I'm serious, guys. If you have an inkling to start a channel, Kirill, you're in Germany. Good man. Good deal. I like that. My heritage is from the Netherlands, so and I got relatives in Germany right now. My mother lives in Eastern Europe. Actually, I'm planning to visit there soon. Okay, so we talked about the AMI bots. We talked about the fees. Now, PTDC has a little bit of a. Now, would this be alien tech? This is alien tech. I'm building a slide for this, so it's not quite up here yet. That's why I got to build a slide because I don't want to keep it up here. Because it don't stay. Check this out, guys. Of the 5% fee, you got 0.5% that goes to LP, 0.5% to Burns, 2% goes to the DAO. What does the DAO do with the 2%? It will either buy and sell tokens, which it did recently. And PTBC, by the way, is the one that has a DAO. Thank you, Kflow, for reposting this stream. I really appreciate that. You're a team player. It will either buy and burn tokens, or it will pair tokens. It'll pair like PTBC with UFO. It'll pair PTDC with ink. It'll make token pairs, and all that represents economic energy that stays within the system. See that green column? Now the red column is what can be extracted from the system, because that 2% is going to holders and stakers. So what do you have there? You have a net 1% that stays in the system. Does that make sense? So the system is always going to be growing with every buy, sell, and transfer, whether human or bot. There's always, this is a forever up token. It's a forever up token. Yeah, we'll have our days and our moments where we pull back and there'll be buying opportunities. But by and large, this token is designed to go up and to the right. It's right there. It's right there in that slide. Got more going in than more going out. So what does separate PGBC from a lot of other assets? Well, and it's the DAO. It does have a DAO that's like, I learned this recently, it's like a true DAO. It doesn't have admin. It runs autonomously. Because the founder is really involved in the DAO right now and some other higher up people. Okay. But if those people vaporized, you and I would take over. We can take over the DAO as long as we're a top 100 staker. Yeah. So the DAO is cool. And that's what separates PTDC from a lot of these other assets. And what does that do? It allows PTDC to be like a ship on the sea where it can circumnavigate. It can go around obstacles, but a train can only crash through obstacles. It can go forward and back. That's your Bitcoin. Okay, that's your pulse. They can't do anything with those tokens except for buy them and hold them. You can't stake them. Effectively, the DAO allows PGDC to move on a dime, take advantage of opportunities. Like anything that comes up that is of interest and that the top 100 stakers will be like, hey, I think we can make some money off this volume over here. Why don't we make a pair? Well, we can do that with the DAO. You believe UFO will surprise us this run? I'm ready. I'm ready, and I won't be surprised. Good afternoon, Shaka. It's good to see you. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see UFO come and just blow everybody's minds. And Shaka won't be surprised either, will you, Shaka? I know this. UFO hasn't seen a run up on PLS like he has. You know, I hope. I mean, I do have a slightly larger bag in UFO than I do with PTDC. They're both just about equal. But UFO, yeah, and I've had private conversations with some people, several people. I'm thinking of three that are very intelligent. Four. That's about it. There's a lot of intelligent people, and they're like, don't underestimate UFO. And guys, you can buy 5 times more UFO right now than you can dollar for dollar. So there you go. The Dow is what separates PTDC from other assets. So I'm going to highlight this illustration for you. Let's see. I want to see what you have to say. No surprise for me. I actually think it will be the best performer on Pulse Chain. Yeah, man. Woo! Let's do it. I know Kurt likes that. Everyone's sleeping on UFO. I know, guys. Well, if you got your PTDC bag and you're satisfied with it, why not speculate on some UFO? We know PTDC is going to perform, but if UFO performs better, you know, I don't know if that made any sense. It doesn't have to. I get excited, guys. So check out this illustration. I had to put my excitement into illustrations. So here you go. I got this one from Zen, the founder. We call him Zen. All right, hold on. I got to take a drink. Hold up. Okay, if we had $10 million of volume on both PTDC and UFO every day for a year, we could burn $128 million worth of tokens. You know what that would do to the price? Right now, it would send it to about 50 cents. Okay, if you guys want to screenshot that, you can. $128 million in buy pressure. 2% coming from the Dow, 1% of burning tokens from UFO, and then you got your 0.5% from PTDC. That's $128 million of buy pressure. But, and we wouldn't do that. We could, but we probably wouldn't. Here's the thing: if we have $10 million of volume on the network between the two tokens, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think we might get close to 50 cents at least or exceed it, even though we're not buying, technically buying $128 million worth of tokens? I think so. Taxi trucker. When PTDC conference. I'm going to screenshot that and send it to a buddy of mine. I love to run. I have to run, boys. Enjoy your Sunday, fellas. Yes, get that super chat function back on so we can support you. I know I need to. It's a pain in the butt. I've already went to it and tried to fix it like 3 different times. And you gotta go to all these different places. And when you think you have it done, you step away from your computer, like, all right, I think I got it done. I got it fixed. And you wait and you wait and you wait, and like nothing happened. Oh, I'm still blocked out, or whatever they say about me. It, I forget the term, but yeah, clearly I'm not in good standing with YouTube or something like that. But at least I can still. Yeah, I would love to have this. They owe me like $100. I got $100 in YouTube from super chats and other stuff, and I can't get it because I'm not qualified or whatever. I'm not a qualified streamer. Oh, hold on 1 second, guys. I gotta get that screenshot over to the buddy before I forget. Hold up, hold up, hold up. There you like. All right, thanks for that, Hicks. All right, let me get my notes back popped up. Having too much fun. Yeah, man, I gotta fix this YouTube monetization thing. I didn't realize it was so difficult. I actually had it going. Guys, I had it going. Thought I was good, and then suddenly they rugged me. Okay, so we went through that. Now we're ready to go to the DAP. You guys ready to go to the DAP? I'm ready to go to the DAP. I'm ready to go jump in the river. It's so hot around here. All right, let me get my wallet. Let me get my wallet set up here. Oh, I hope I have my. Oh, I do have the proper wallet. Good deal. Okay. Anyhow, thanks for showing up, Shotgun. Okay, yeah. Okay, so here is the PTDC DApp. This is where you go to interact with the contract. It's like the only place you can go besides PTDC.com. And guys, if you're using look into PTDC.com, it's going through a little bit of a fluctuation right now, and we're going to try to get it. We're going to try to fix the fluctuation. All right, we're going to keep it. We're going to keep it going. So pulsetgc.com, pulsetgc.com. That's where you go. Only go there or look into for now. Don't interact. And by the way, guys, I was going to swap some tokens. 93. Oh yeah. Oh, I know where you are too. And it's like, it must be 87, 89 here. And I think you're lower in elevation. So yeah, it's roasting. Don't go to pulsex.com. I was going to swap some tokens yesterday, and I was on a different computer, and I just went pulsex.com. No, sirree, Bob. I'll show you guys. I just want to show you. Don't get wrecked. Pulsex. Okay, I'm showing you where you don't want to go. Look at this, guys. Does that look like the DEX you want to trade on? No, absolutely not. That is not the DEX. What up? What up? What up? Crypto Kong. How's it going? Look at Kong. Look at this. If you go to pulsex.com, this is what you get. And I've heard of some people. I've heard of some people going and getting like scammed because they went to pulsex.com, and it's their fault. But it's a bummer. This is where you want to go. You want to go to app.pulsex.com. That's Pulsex, guys. Don't go to that scam site. Be careful. Hey, Kong. Good to see you, man. Let's chat. Let's chat either tomorrow or probably Tuesday. Let's chat Tuesday. All right. So we talked about that. We're going into the DApp. Doing good, Kong. Doing good. So let's say you hold PTDC and UFO on a wallet. Okay. So I'm going to walk you through this DApp. I'm going to walk you through the DApp like you hold the tokens. Okay. So you connect your wallet to pulsetgc.com. And did we talk about? We got to talk about what you can do with these tokens first before we do that. So you can do three things with PTDC and two things with UFO. We're covering PTDC right now. You can hold the tokens, you can stake them, and you can lock them. Okay. So let's say you're holding the tokens. If you're holding the tokens, you're earning reflections. And there's nothing you can do about that. Wham, wham, wham. You're going to earn reflections whether you like it or not. So if you hold tokens, but you want to do more with the tokens, then you actually go to the DApp. But you can actually see how many reflections you're getting by going to the DApp. But you can also, from the DApp, you can stake your tokens and do other things with them, like lock them. So you'll select the staking tab right here, boom, and then we'll scroll down a little bit. If you want to stake your tokens, I told you guys this is going to be real quick. You select the stake tab, however much you want to stake, confirm it in your wallet, and boom, you'll have stake tokens, and it'll show you right here how many you have staked. And then when you earn, there's your claimable for staking. Okay, hey Thomas, I think you must be Polish. Let me know, dude. Thomas, if you wouldn't mind, let me know if you're Polish. I just want to know. Just because I think that's cool. I'm a Gen Xer, so I mean, communicating with people instantly all over the world at the same time blows my mind. It should blow everybody's mind, but it helps if you're a Gen X. So that's how you stake your PTDC. Now you can only make one stake per wallet, just one. You can add to your stake. There's no time commitment. You can end it at any time, although you will pay a 1% fee on your principal that goes to all the other stakers. So just beware. I think the ROI time on the 1%, it depends on price, depends on what else? Volume. I thought there was one or more other things, but basically that's it. 1% end stake fee if you want to end your stake. That goes to all the other stakers. And you can take your rewards. You can claim them. Let me show you. You can claim your rewards at any time, and they will go straight to your wallet and start earning reflections. And then you can stake them again. You can stake those, and then because actually, like at 6,471 tokens right there are those are sitting in the contract. They're not earning reflections. They're not staked. They're in the contract. So I got to claim them, go to my wallet, and start earning reflections. Okay. If you want to withdraw, that's the end stake button right there. Withdraw means end stake. Okay, I think that's it. Staking. Now, if you want to lock, we're going to talk about some differences between these, but you can do one other thing with your PTDC, and it's a superpower. You can lock your PTDC. I can't wait to pull this slide because I'm totally going to leverage it at this moment. Locking is a superpower. Locking is where there is a time commitment. You got to be very careful about here's your time commitment. You got to be very careful about getting overexcited about locking. In my opinion, it's something that you want to proceed very deliberately. At this point in the cycle, I don't even know why. We don't know when the cycle's going to end. I think maybe a 90-day lock would be okay if you need some time to think about it. But we're almost getting to the point in the cycle where I got to think twice about locking in 90 days. You know, but if you've got a plan and you can commit to 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 10, or whatever locking periods, go for it. Go for it. It's a superpower. Just take at least a day. Sleep on it. Write it out with pen and paper. Your plan. Think about it. Do it in the morning, not late at night. Talk to your spouse about it. Maybe talk with some guys in the chat. Show up for this, and I'll tell you, there's a couple things you can do. Like what I did, I went really heavy. Hold on, guys. There's a vacuum cleaner up the hall. Hold on. I went really heavy in 10-year locks. I am 88% 10-year locked and 8% in a ladder, 4% in 90-day locks that are my 90-day locks are just sitting there. 4% of my total PGDC is just sitting there ready because I'm going to take a haircut, do some things to change my life when this token runs up with 4%. And not not a big old bag, okay? 4%. So that's how I did it. I went heavy on the 10-year locks because I want that superpower. I was always a C student in school, and now I'm an A. I'm a mid to high A because 96.3% of my PCDC is not locked, but like I'm going to receive 96.3% of all the rewards that could possibly come to my PTDC because I'm locked. And we're going to use a calculator toward the end of this to show you how lucrative locking can be. So, yes, I'm teasing you and encouraging you to lock. I probably shouldn't. There are people that refuse to lock. They want liquid. But I like the idea of passive income. I like the idea of the rewards. You'll see. Okay, enough about that. So, here, I'm going to show you guys how to lock. So this token or this wallet has 1 million PTDC staked and locked. You got to stake first, then you can lock it. Okay, so you can make multiple locks. You just select the lock button and however many tokens you want and however long you want. and you can make a ladder. I recommend against locking a big old bag um, in any of those categories. If you want to do it, go for it. I mean, it's, you know your risk tolerance and your life and all that stuff. But I did that initially. I locked all of my PTDC out 10 years, and I was like, "What did you do?" Okay, so if you have 100 million PTDC and you do one big lock, if you decide you want liquidity out of that bag, you have to unlock the whole thing. Well, I guess you should have locked it up into multiple bags, right? Put it into multiple bags. That's my recommendation. Put it into 3, 5, 10 different bags. Then you can unlock one and do what you need to do instead of the whole bag because you're going to pay a 30% penalty. Did I mention that? 30% penalty that goes to all the other lockers. Yeah. And it's based on token quantity, not price. So let's talk about that. Okay. When you're locked, you're still going to earn your stake and rewards and you don't like if you lock for 1 year, and you can leave your lock. There's no penalty for just leaving it. Once it becomes 2 years old, you don't start earning in the 2 year category. Here's those locking tiers. Oh, what else is there? If you lock one day into the next higher tier, you will earn from that tier. So if you want to be in the 100% tier, then lock 9 years and like 7 days. Make it 7 days to be safe. I didn't, and I'm a little sketched out about whether it's working or not. So, oh, what else? Oh, the fees, the percentages. Let's get those pulled back up. So let's look at the 5 to 6 years of lock. You will earn 80% of the locking rewards. So let's put the locking rewards up here. So see this wallet right here? It, this is a 10-year lock. So that 3,898 and change PTDC in rewards, those are going because it's a 10-year lock. When I claim those, which I can do at any time, and then they will start earning reflections, and I can take them and lock them. When I claim those, all of those tokens are going to my wallet. Now, if this were an what is happening here? If this uh, if this were a 90-day lock, when I claim these tokens, I would keep 55% of them, and the 45% would go to the burn address. So, yeah, here's another reason Ray Banana is recommending that you get on the locking bandwagon because you're going to help us burn tokens. There's a lot of PTDC that's been locked up, and you guys can see that on the stats page. Matter of fact, I'm curious how much is locked up because I was just walking and thinking the other day. I was wondering how much is locked up. Let's see, staked and locked, 131 billion. 131 billion, really? Yeah, it must be. Hold on, let me get Maz on that 5, 8, 4, 7, 5, 5, 8. Yep, 131 billions or tokens are locked up. So that's like almost half the supply is locked up. That's good. That's good because can you imagine price runs up to, let's say we go to 10 cents. What do you think is going to happen? People are going to be like, woohoo, exit money. I'm calling in rich tomorrow. And they're going to unlock. Be like, okay, I put $100 into this thing. It's suddenly worth 1,000. I'm willing to nuke $300 as a gift to the community because I'm $600 in profit. Well, what if you 10 times that? What if it's not just a 10x, but a 100x or a 1,000x? It's a bummer to give away that much money. You got to admit. But if what is left absolutely changes your life, you know there are going to be a lot of people that are going to be like, I want the life-changing gains. I'm happy to pay the 30% tax. I'll call it a tax. It's really not a tax. It's like a penalty. But I mean, get real, guys. When this thing, I have had my hesitations about what's going to happen when price goes up because we speculate as a community. Kind of everybody agrees that people are going to emergency unlock, and I've been kind of conflicted on it. I'm going to go open this door back up because they're done back. And it gets warm in here because cool air comes out from the wall. And so it could get nutty, guys, for a lot. Okay. Get back to where I was. Mistaken tab. I think we have covered. Oh, so the things that you need to understand is the difference, two key differences between holding and staking and locking. With holding and staking, your rewards come from rewards are paid to you by the contract based on the price of the tokens today. I'm going to say it, and it's also based on the contract on the token, the price of the tokens today. The locked-in rewards is more, it's human dependent. We go days and even weeks without an unlock, and then suddenly we'll have a few small ones, and then we'll have a big one. We're like, woohoo! So the lock is sporadic. You never know. And if everybody just kicked the bucket, you wouldn't get any unlocks. You'd have to do your own unlocks. I'm kidding. But then the other difference is this is the big one. This is the superpower of PTC lock. You ready? This superpower is that the contract doesn't care how much tokens you're receiving, and it doesn't care the value of the tokens you're receiving. It's just going to send you the token. So that guy that put in 100, and now it's worth 1,000, and he's emergency end locking, sending 30% of his bag to all the other lockers. The contract does not care how many tokens it's distributing to you. No, it doesn't. I'm getting it backwards today. It doesn't care what the value of those tokens is. It could be worth $1 each. Let's say the contract. Let's say you locked up $1 billion. He got a good deal at the bottom. He got 1 billion tokens for $100, and he's nuking 300 million. And let's say you're a 1% holder. You've got a 1% position in the locking pool. So 3 million tokens are coming to you, and they're now worth $1 each. Oh. So that's the key thing. That's the superpower of locking. It's big time, guys. Big time. You think I might live out west or something? Okay. The other thing you need to understand is that because in the Grays taught us that they taught us self custody, and we believe in self custody so much so that we built it into the code for PTDC and your phone. So you hold your tokens. When you stake them, when you lock them, you're going to see them in your wallet. If you keep it. Just so you know. Okay, that's it for PTDC. If you got questions, drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat. How many people got? 143 people have passed by. That's great. Love that. So we're going to talk about the differences between PTD. Let's just. Well, no, I rebuilt it, so I'm going to read. It might not be the new one, but that's all right. Yeah, okay. This is how UFO stands out. You can hold a token and earn reflections without having to share them with yield farmers. So if you want to just hold, remember I told you with UFO, you can do two things. You can hold it and you can LP it. Well, you can just hold the token to earn reflections. You don't have to share those reflections with yield farmers. What does that mean? Everybody that's yield farming is not earning reflections. What does that mean? That means that the holders are earning more reflections. Yeah. The holders in UFO are earning about 5 times more APY than LP. But there's a superpower connected with LPing that we'll talk about. Liquidity providers are strongly incentivized to stay in the pools because if they pull out and the price drops, others will rush in to scoop up the discounted supply. It also has twice the liquidity paired with RH ticker. I know I need to fix the background on that slide. I really do. So that's the main differences between PTDs. You know, that's what separates UFO from PTDC. Okay, let's go to the DApp. It's the same site, pulsetdc.com. Let me get set here. You're going to select UFO token. See that? UFO token. You're going to select liquidity pools. Like, you don't need to do anything. If you, like, actually, if you're holding tokens, you would want to go over here and select UFO PLP rewards. If you're curious about LP, then go over here and select UFO liquidity pools. I got to get some different. YouTube just keeps playing, Hold on. Okay. So select yeah, UFO token and then manage pools. Thanks, Jonathan Shank. I appreciate you dropping in and just saying something. It's a team effort, man. Yeah, I'm gonna pop that up. I appreciate the appreciation, and your appreciation is appreciated. Okay, so these are all the pools. These are the only ones possibly that you could possibly LP or UFO with, unless you just wanted to go to the PulseX app and do it yourself. But you would forego those the 3% LP rewards. Okay, if you want the 3%, you got to do it from this app to get any kind of credit for it, because you can't get your UFO shares by going through PulseX. That's the key differentiation. So you can LP PTDC, Hex, eHex, Inc, PulseX, PLS, and PDI. So I would not LP UFO and PTDC because they're going to pay the fee on both of those. All the other ones you're not going to pay the fee on. You can LP any of these, and you're going to earn the same rewards. Okay. On the back end, on the PulseX side, you're going to there's a difference. You got to do your own research on that, and where you could just not even do it. I wasn't very good, but like last I heard, Pulse was rewarding very much better than the other pools. Well, whoops. I didn't go heavy in the Pulse. I went heavy in another one. So it doesn't even matter which one you pick. You're gonna be rewarded the same. And so what you do is you select manage pool. Let's say you were going to do the pool. You select manage pool, add liquidity, and then however much UFO you want to add, you're going to have equal amounts of Pulse and UFO, and then add new liquidity, sign it in your wallet, and then after you've made the pairing, what I would do, if you want to remove, you can remove all or some of your LP. But once you've made it, what you should do is go confirm that you got it by going to UFO rewards, and then come in here, and you would go to right here. Okay, yeah, here's the UFO PLP we just made. Just kidding. This one's been in place for over a year. So you can see reflections here. So this wallet is an experimental wallet. It has 1 million UFO in it, liquid, and 1 million that's paired with PLS. So it's earned 43,770 UFO and 54,993 PLS. Okay, you can claim it. You can claim your rewards all day long, guys. If you have multiple LPs, you can claim. Just hit this one button, and you can claim them. What else? Okay, I'm pausing because I want to make sure that I'm saving something, but I want to make sure I hit everything. Okay, so there is something right here. So you got your total held, total staked, pending rewards. Well, what's this? UFO shares. UFO shares. Notice it's 1 million. I put 1 million UFO into this pool, and however much PLS, an equal amount of PLS. So the 1 million UFO that I put into this pool determines my amount of UFO shares. UFO shares will remain fixed regardless of any impermanent loss, and you will incur impermanent loss. We all have. Your UFO share acts as like a place marker, a bookmark for how much yield you're going to earn. It's almost like a T share. Like a T share is going to tell you how much, tax rewards you're going to get. UFO shares does the same thing. Regardless, like if you lose UFO, no matter what happens to the LP, your UFO share is going to guarantee you your portion of the 3% that's going to LP providers. If you incur impermanent loss, you have a lot less UFO in that pool because people bought it up. Let's say I have 100,000 UFO in that pool and I impaired it and I wanted to repair it, I'll show you in the next slide. I would only have 100,000 UFO. I'd have to come up with 900,000 UFO in order to get to a million so I can get the UFO shares so I can get back to the level of APY that I had before. Does that make sense? UFO shares are the superpower of, of the UFO token. Okay. We hypothesize that they are going to become highly valuable going into the future. So, guys, with pulse chain being below SAC rate and UFO being, we think, undervalued right now, it might be a good time to set up some UFO shares. Not financial advice at all. It's just, it's all speculation. But aren't we here to speculate? Let's get, how about daily yield stat for holding 5 million precious UFO? Daily, this is Kirill, you're from Germany. How about daily yield stat for holding 5 million precious UFO? Okay, we can do this. Stylist, good to see you. Hey, I sent you something in Telegram just now. I just gave myself away right here, publicly in front of y'all and Stylist. All right. Excuse me. Got a drink of water. All right. I'm going to do this for you, Kirill. I'm going to do this for you because I don't know you. Watch this, guys. I got to get this back up. We're going to take a little field trip. Stylist is my buddy. Okay, so you want to know daily yield stat for holding for UFO. This is my spreadsheet, my monthly. I'm going to make you, I don't want to make you guys dizzy, but I want to get this popped up. So you got to scroll over to the UFO section. This is all stats that I've been keeping, guys. Okay, UFO. Okay. Now I told you, Kirill, that we got a wallet with 1 million in it, right? So we're going to see. Here you go. Ooh, dude. You ready with a screenshot? Are you ready to screenshot that? There you go, man. UFO, see this right here? UFO average daily LP yield and pulse per 1 million. So if you got 5 million, just multiply that times 5. Okay, so you would earn 5 times 250, 160 pulse per day in the month of June. And that times 5 and just so on. Okay, look at this, dude. This is, I'm happy. Isn't it? It's just amazing. Okay. And then and then this would be in UFO. This is in Pulse and this is in UFO. So then what you got to do is you're like, okay, this is all based on volume, right? So watch this. Okay, we're going to go, guys, just bear with me for a second. We're going to go a step further for Kirill here. Hold on. Oh, if I can do this. Oh, I didn't need to go that far. I know we're totally rabbit trailing. This is your chance, guys, to check your phones. Hold on, guys. I want to know the volume of UFO. Fees collected. There you go. I'm going to hide these columns. Where is it? Hide columns. Oh, dude. Hide columns. Watch this. There you go. There's your volume, dude. UFO volume. That's the total. Okay. Can you share some of your strategy to pull profit out at the top and what's your time frame this cycle? You're welcome, Kirill. You are welcome. Okay. I think we're done with that. Did you get a screenshot? Dude, I'll leave it up for another few seconds. Just let me know if you want me to pop it up. It's on my computer. Actually, Trucker, the strategy to pull profit at the top. I have a 90-day lock. I have a couple few 90-day locks. And that's my exit bag to change my life. Okay. Good question. Good question. Now's the time to maybe address what you're getting at. Cool. Good deal, man. All right. So PTDC and UFO are the golden goose, and we're not done. We probably got 20, 30 minutes left. They're the golden goose of crypto. You never want to kill your golden goose. You want to take the eggs and do something with the eggs. You want to build your lifestyle around the eggs. Guys, check this out, man. Okay, we're going to bunny trail a little bit, just a little bit. Go watch this video, guys. This impressed me so much. I don't know that I can find it real quick. It was Alex Hormozy. All right, hold up. Hormozy. You guys know him? He's a multimillionaire business guy. He has 3.5 million subscribers. Well, a few years ago, I lived. Oh, here you go. Here you go, guys. Watch this. I recommend everybody watch this video. Watch this. Hold up. I'm gonna pop it up on the screen. Watch this video. I spent $313,000 living like the top 1%. Okay, there are guys in this chat. There are maybe everybody in this chat is going to be in the top 1%. Watch that video. I linked it right there. It's Alex Hormozy talking about, hey, I'm there. Maybe he is the top 1%. I got the car. I got the house. I did the private jets, all that stuff. And he says, I can take it over. I love hearing that. Why? Because it means you don't need to have a stinking lot of dough. It's so good. His video is so good. I'm going to watch it with my wife because it's just kind of, because I've got my dream list. You guys too. If you don't need to make one, write it down. What do you want? And then add it all up. And you'll be like, that's it compared to what could be coming. Isn't that cool? Watch that video, guys. I just cannot believe it. So that's free. And that's way off topic. But it's okay. I want it to be a benefit to you guys. And we got that taken care of. Let's see. Let me get back on. Let me look at my notes. Okay. The next thing is we left off talking about UFO shares. They're the superpower of UFO. We're not done talking about the superpower of PGDC. We're going to do the moon math calculator share in a second. But the UFO shares, I told you if you unpair your UFO and you have less in the pool, because the UFO is what gives you the UFO shares, that means that it would cost more to get those UFO shares back. And here's the illustration right there. UFO LP unpairing simulation. So this is a real illustration that I did with my wallet. There's 300,000 UFO in that pool after a year. Started with $1 million. Well, the current value was $7.40 on each side. And I would have to come up with $17. I'd have to pay $17 for each side to get it up to where UFO shares were $1 million. That's a big expense. And what does that mean? I'm not touching my UFO shares. And you may want to think twice before you unpair yours too, because just enjoy the dibs, right? They're in Pulse. They're in the asset that PGDC and UFO are going up against. That's kind of a bummer. But you can do anything you want on the Pulse network with Pulse. You can even bridge off and go do something else with it. So I'm a huge fan of UFO. All right, UFO shares, yeah. So here we go. All right, we're going into look into PTDC. Look into PTDC, and the site has been like you can no longer get a subscription right now. It's in a state of flux right now, but we can still use the calculator. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to do some moon math. Put a number in the chat what you think Pulse can do this cycle in X's. And then, like before that, like if it's let me put you an example. Like if it's 2 and 10, like then you think that PTDC is going to move up at a rate of 2, against Pulse, and Pulse is going to do it 10x. Okay. And what that means is, if you're new, is that, like, for example, PTDC has moved up against Pulse 14 at a factor of 14x in the last year. So I'm guessing that it could do at least 2, and then Pulse is going to do 10, and we call that the X factor because X means time. So you take the 2 times 10 and you get 20. So that would be a 20x for PTDC. Okay, we call it the X factor. But truthfully, I think PTDC is going to do more X's than Pulse. And Pulse is going to do, I used to always put in 100 because I was like, we're going to do 100 at least. Now, after I heard heard what Richard Hart is doing with the mailers and stuff, and what I'm seeing and hearing and all this bullshit stuff, I increased it to 500. So I'm going to go 5. Let's see. Also do a 200x, maybe 7. I like that. That's good. That's good. Let's go with that. That's, yeah. That's good. So that would be, just so you know, guys, that'd be 7.5 times 200. Get on the correct calculator. Oh, the moon math calculator. So we're going to select PTDC PLS. Factor of, I don't know if I can do a fraction. I can. Looks like X factor is 7.5, and Pulse is, now here's the numbers we're watching right down here. Pulse is going to do 200x. 200x. Calculate 200 times 7.5 times the price. That would be a 54-cent PTDC, or a 1500x, guys. So you're buying PTDC today at 0.00035, and it's doing a 1500x all the way up to 54 cents. All right. You want to know what my number is, Kirill? This is where I am. I think we can do at least 5x in Pulse, and I think Pulse would be 500. So I think my number is going to come out ahead of yours. Lambo, yeah, man. That'd be a 20. So yours came out to be 1,500. Mine's gonna be 2,500. So I'm guessing mine's gonna be like maybe 75 cents, 90 cents. Beat you, Kirill. I'm just kidding. But yeah, man, that's Lambo time, guys. And if you're like Lambo, if you're like Alex and Rosie, you'll find out how fun the Lambo ain't. No, I mean, if you get a Lambo, it might be fun. It probably would be fun. Just be careful, guys. I know how guys can be in a Lambo. If you're anything like me and my pickup truck, it can get a little Western. Man, I saw a Corvette today. If there was any exotic car that I would, have a hankering for, it's that new mid-engine Corvette. I love that thing. Then I'm probably not gonna buy one. I just did. Well, maybe I could have one someday. But like for me, I'd probably be happy with one of those Porsche sedans. I think they're like maybe a 2-door or a 4-door with a hatchback. I'd be good with that. Just a nice car. You know what I learned from the Alex Hormozy video is that a lot of these cars, these exotic cars, that they have a very low production. Like guys, don't get me wrong, they're super high quality, but like they don't make as many units of them, so they don't get as much feedback from users. So what does that mean? Like if you go buy a Chevy Silverado, there's one of those in every driveway, and so the Chevy gets a lot of feedback from all their drivers, and they know exactly how to formulate everything in that pickup truck to make everyone happy. It ain't gonna happen with your Lambo and your Maseratis and I don't know, all that other stuff. And maybe Alex Hormozy is incorrect, but that's the takeaway I got from that video. Like if I got rich today, I'd drive my pickup has problems, man, and it has dents in it too from hitting deer, and not like bad ugly ones. Well, one of them might be. Well, that's from the stinking brace. I had a wood, like a firewood brace, and I had to lay it over to disassemble it. I was like, oh my God, it wasn't. And like, but if I became rich like today, I'd still drive my truck. It's registered, it's paid for. I know exactly everything about it. You know, I don't need. I am able to pay, but let me get caught up here. Either we need the funds that RH has back into pulse chain, or PDI to peg to see pulse come in. Yeah, how about a PDI peg? Maybe coming soon to a theater near you. We hope, huh? Kirill. If I understand correctly, we're still very early to make life change. PJ Rising. I'm gonna tell. Okay. My name's Prairie Banana. I'm telling you, PJ Rising. I'm not blushing. If I'm blushing, you tell me if I'm blushing. But I believe that you are very early. I think everybody here is early. There you go. You got it. I wouldn't be unkind. I'm just telling you, man to man. It should be something special. I will let you know. Okay, you do that, Kirill. Let me know. Truck is perfectly fine. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna get something else. You know, something that's my truck's super dependable, but it's a little bit of a pain in the butt. Burning oil too. I gotta check the I gotta check the oil every week, otherwise, because it starts making this noise. I'm like, oh, whoa. You're welcome, PJ. Appreciate you. All right, so let's go to the reflections calculator. Okay. Ooh, here we go, guys. Watch this. Okay, somebody brought up madness. Madness, are you still here? Watch this, dude. What's gonna happen? What could potentially like if PDI went to a dollar? Here's what had happened to PTDC. Based on math, just math. All right, watch this. I'm gonna pull your comment down. PTDC and PDI. So if PDI, okay, and PTDC has been moving up against PDI. Guys, it's on my slides. PTDC has been moving up against all the assets it's paired with. And I forgot to show you this on the screen on the chart. You guys got to know this. If you're new, go to PTDC WPLS. This is the pair right here, and flip that chart from USD to WPLS and zoom out. And you might want to go on the weekly or something like that. Look at the performance of PTDC in WPLS. That means it's moving up and to the right against WPLS. Do that for any asset that it's paired with. And ask yourself, like do it with, dare I say, ink. Look at PTDC ink or UFO ink, zoom out on that chart. You got to flip it from USD to the other token, and then ask yourself, should I hold ink? Always keep them in that. There you go. All right, guys. Man, there's just so much stuff, guys. Okay, so we went through that. Let's go. What were we doing, guys? Oh, moon math. Or we're gonna look at PDI. Hold up. PDI. So if PDI went to a dollar and PTDC, let's say it does a 3x factor against PDI, PDI goes to a dollar. What's going to be the price of PTDC? 24 cents. There you go. That's where PTDC should be if PDI went to a dollar. What if PTDC only did a 2x factor? I guess it's still 24 cents. No, it's not. 16 cents. What if it did a 5x? 39 cents. Okay. Are we winning yet? Okay, I think we're winning. Okay, let's go to the reflections calculator. Oh, it's over here. We're going to do the locking calculator last, and then we'll pretty much get on out of here. So the reflections calculator, we're going to do both PTDC and UFO. We're going to select the amount. That's 100 million tokens right there. Then we're going to select experimental mode, 10 million. This is my bullish scenario. We're going to do $10 million of volume on the network every day. That would mean you're going to earn $33 in tokens per day. Per day. But as the price goes up, those 93,000 PTDC are going to increase. Like if you earned those tokens today, and we did a 10x, those tokens are worth not $33, but $330. You follow that? Okay. And same for UFO. 100 million UFO, $10 million in volume. You're going to earn $10.75 in tokens. Make sense? Okay, I know that's really quick, but let's go to the lot calculator. And I have to sit, guys. Yeah, I know, PJ. It is amazing. I mean, you're here. This is the thing, guys. Like, this network has been up and running for over 2 years, over 2 years, and everybody for the whole 2 years, everybody that's come and gone has been early. Everybody that stayed is still early. That's honestly how I look at it. Yeah, lit. It's absolutely lit. So we've got, how much did we say? 130? I think we said 131. I got to go back to the stats page because I think we said 131 billion tokens unlocked. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Yeah, 132. Let's call it 132. So I'm going to change this number. It has been reduced. A lot of people unlocked in the last couple of months. Yeah, we had a 1 billion. I'm just sorry, guys. Just how much was unlocked in the last. I think that these systems don't always give you accurate information because I don't think we had. But it's okay. Let it go. Let's get the new calculator. 132 billion PPC locked. We averaged last year 395 million unlocked every 30 days. Any 30-day period, 395 million. That was the average. So let's say you locked up 100 million, and the price is now, we're going big, guys. The price is now 35 cents, and you did 90% lock. Like you're an A student like I am, 95%. You would earn $29,762 from that 30-day period of unlocks. How about them apples? Pretty exciting? I think that's exciting. I think you guys should be excited. But I don't expect you to be excited as I am. All right, that's it. That's it for that. Hold on. I don't think let me look at my slides. Ooh. Yeah. I only got one of my slides. This one here. Here's your performance against WPLS. Now, from the second week. The all-time high for PTDC, UFO. And of course, that's from the second week of the fork. And I wanted to do X's. PTDC is up, number of X's. UFO is up a number of X's, but both X's. Not very impressive, right? And I actually did fix that in the slides. But I mean, what does that tell you? Okay, between August and April, chain volume increased by 3x. Its price dropped by 38%. PTDC's volume increased by 8x, and its price went up by 533%. Very exciting for everybody. Okay, don't wait. Don't wait to get in if you're thinking about it. Thinking about waiting to buy PTDC, why getting in early matters? Well, if you buy 100 million PTDC now, you'll earn on $1 million in volume, you'd earn 56,565 daily reflections at $1 million in volume. And your reflections compound daily. So that's 5.7 million tokens by the end of the year. Now, if the price did a 37x, your day one reflections you earned on the first day, they were only worth $17, right? But by the end of the year, they're worth $647. So your year-end reflections total is worth 65,419, not the $17 times 365. Do you guys get that? It's like exponential compounding. Okay, here's another reason why being early matters in X's and value. If you inject $1,000 at 205 versus 305, your token price at the cycle top is 50 cents. So that's where it stopped. So your total X's, if you got in at 305, was 1,000. If you got in at 205, it's 100 number of X's. And then look at the value created. If you got in early, $1 million. If you got in late, $100,000. And I'm here going to tell you, everybody's early. Everybody's early. Everybody's here, in my opinion. We throw the term around generational wealth, and I think everybody here has that opportunity. Watch this, guys. Market cap comparison. PTDC, UFO, and unnamed tokens, except for the second one from the top, which I will tell you is PulseX. PulseX outperformed UFO. PulseX has been around longer. It's an Aries token. I'm bummed that it outperformed UFO, but do I think UFO will outperform PulseX? I do. I hope I'm right. All right, so this is for you, PJ. Are you still watching? Let me take a sec. You can reply. All right, I got to stand up for this one. All right, I'm even going to pour water. Okay, guys. We're at the bottom of Pulse chain. What's the price of Pulse right now? 3029. No, it's 4029. Some crazy low number. Hey, Ovidian Hex, good to have you in as always. Hold on, guys. So, Pulse chain is at the bottom, and it's only up from here. Okay, can I say that? Can I speculate that it's only up from here? And up from here means, in my estimation, knowing Richard Hart and his ego. Yeah, load up. That's right, Ovidian. Thank you, Beast Whale. 4029. Exactly. So up from here, Richard Hart's ego means a number of X's. Can we just leave it at that? Whether it's 100, 500,000, 50,000. Were you on Spaces the Monday before last? We're talking like some really big numbers, like dollars for PTBC. It's getting crazy, guys. So, and these two machines, PTBC and UFO, have never been tested in this operating environment that's coming up, Pulse chain, with new people coming in, AMM bots popping off, balancing pairs, throwing yield into our wallets all day long. They've never been tested in the environment that we're about to go into. Pulse chain has never been tested there either. So who knows what is going to happen? But this is how I look at PTDC and UFO. They're like a Lamborghini that's at the stoplight, and he's got the clutch pedal pushed down to the floor, and he's engaged in first or second gear, however they do it when they're really going to rip their tires, and he's revving the engine. And when he drops that clutch, he smokes those tires, you got to be up to 230 miles an hour, no time flat. That's how I think that PTDC and UFO are looking right now. We're a Lamborghini about to smoke tires. And I'm not joking, guys. We've seen $1 million volume days in PTDC and UFO during the bear market, and the yield was good. It was really good. We're about to see more. Yeah, we are, man. You like that picture? Me too. You love the numbers? Cool. Thank you. Yeah, the numbers don't lie. It's like I was telling somebody on my way to the office tonight. Like, facts can be really annoying, and all of us got to face facts. Yeah, we all got to man up. PTDC to the moon. I like that picture too, Kirill. Thanks to ChatGPT. They built that for me. Okay, so we did that. We did that. Bring supply. Be careful not to kill your golden goose if you go into the cycle, guys. Try to build your lifestyle around your assets instead of just like, okay, I'm going to sell at the top. My dad, he's 70, mid 70s. I'm like, Dad, sell at the top. He's going to have life changing gains, and he doesn't need all that. What's coming, perhaps. So, yeah, I think I would recommend him. But you young guys, even me, I should not be selling the top. I'll sell a haircut. Take an egg. Don't kill the goose. Now, I've been hearing a lot of good things about Liberty Finance. Liberty Finance something. I haven't used it. If you need to on ramp, go to Liberty Finance. OX Coast is another one. I bought. I was getting some stuff from my dad the other day. He got some more. I can't think. No, he got some. Okay, that's what I'm the big boy. Well, you might want to speculate a little. So we got some Ethereum on MoonPay. Sent it to his wallet. Bridged it over. I did the old-fashioned way. Bridged it over. Flipped it right there. Okay. With PulseX. Don't go to PulseX.com. You get ripped off like right now. Let me show you guys how to do it. So you go to PulseX. Set your slippage to 6% for PTDC, 7% for UFO to account for the community fee. Leave your auto router on and flip from Pulse or whatever asset into PTDC or UFO. Just make sure you're getting what you're, getting a good value. You might want to go to Dex Screener and make sure that there's a pair that you're going into a pair that has liquidity, so that you're not, losing money when you're flipping. Okay, just be careful. If you guys are excited about PTDC and you love the greatest currencies, I'm inviting you, encouraging you to join the Gold Circle Space Force, and you do that by going to secretobank.com and there you can, by the way, secretobank.com, you can see all the pairs, the volume, the liquidity, and all that. But also you can upload your profile picture and adjust it. Download your profile picture and then upload it to your Telegram, YouTube, and Twitter. Okay, and it's the Gold Circle Space Force. And I see Kirill. Good job. He's got one. Well, he hasn't got his yet. Kirill's got his though. Man, I love that. Now let's see who else has one. That's it. But I will. Okay, I always try to mention that. Some people don't have a gold circle, and they've got might have a strategic reason for not having a gold circle. That's just fine. I don't know. I don't want to. You can tell me your strategy, but you don't got to tell me. I just assume, guys, if you don't have a gold circle, you're good. But if you want to be in the gold circle crew, yeah, buds, high fives, all that stuff, man. So get your gold circle. We have several meetings every week. I already kind of told you about them, but we have this ecosystem walkthrough. It's like a master class almost. I call it a master class. It's just a way to play it up, really. This ecosystem walkthrough Sunday. The gold circle is stylish. I like how you said that, Kirill. We had the walkthrough, and then we have Spaces. Spaces tomorrow night, guys, at 5:30 p.m. Pacific, and then voice chat. If you guys want to visit with the founder of PCBC and UFO, talk to him. That's on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Okay, and yeah, that's another thing we got in this ecosystem. We got the founder. We got the founder of founders. We like that. We're like he's good dude. All right, I think that's it. Are there any questions? We're going to shut it down. Hour and 30 minutes. We really did run through it today. I think I touched just about everything too. Oh, always be operating from a wallet. Like again, if you're new, the best founder. Yeah. If you're not operating from a wallet, just make sure you're operating from a hardware wallet. Okay. I like these guys, and I got my writing on there just to identify them. But I like the buttons. Okay. and you can fit them in your pocket. They're light. They're the cheapest ones, but they work. I can literally put it in my wallet. But don't do crypto on a phone. Don't handle your seed phrases loosely. You want to engrave them on stainless steel. Never digitize them. Be careful about what sites you're hooking up to. Like, don't go to polfx.com and all that stuff. Verify stuff. Do test transactions. Okay. I keep hearing like once a week in the last couple of weeks. I've heard of good people losing large quantities of money in crypto, and it really bothers me. It makes me sad. Don't be one of them, please. Nobody's ever been more excited to get beamed up until now. And J Dubs, good to see you, man. That's right. All right, guys, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna go for a hike, even though it's like 10 degrees out. Go. All right, so guys, have a good afternoon. Jump into spaces tomorrow evening, 5:30 should be good. And Thrill, you are welcome for the stream. One of my life dreams is to have a beer with you, TB, out at sea. Out at sea. Hey. You never know. It might happen. We might go out to sea. We will see if we go out to sea. All right, guys. Sure is fun. See you later, Beach Whale. Have a good day, guys. See you, Grill.